There it is. That is a breakfast burrito. In fact, it's the best beef breakfast burrito. Hello, I'm Chef Don McMillan, and welcome to Simple and Delicious Recipes. Well, I'm getting ready to fix the best beef burrito. Got my burrito shell, my eggs, my beans, my cheese, even got this Pico de Gallo. You're gonna want to watch that video as well because I made a kicker. Oh, it smells so good, but I'm missing one thing. Yes, I'm missing the beef. How can I make a beef burrito without the beef? I'm getting ready to make some beef barbacoa that is gonna be a killer, and it's gonna be really great when I put it into my breakfast burrito. Here's how I do it. Oh man, if you love Mexican food, you know about barbacoa. Now we're gonna use beef today, so this is gonna be so good. We got the chuck roast right here, and I've got it cut up. We're gonna talk about it in just a minute because we got so many wonderful ingredients and we wanna put it all together, and this is gonna be the best slow cooked barbecue you've ever put in your mouth. Here's how we do it. Well, what I did with my chuck roast, I cut it up. Simple ingredients to season: salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. It's so simple, right? You've got this in every kitchen, salt and pepper. Just gonna go ahead and sprinkle that over there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and brown our meat up. So I've got my fire going. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of oil down there. We are gonna make our sauce with all these other ingredients, which I'm gonna talk about in just a minute. But first of all, we just wanna get our meat browned, and then we're gonna go from there to adding the seasoning sauce and just let this cook so slow and so delicious. So let me just go ahead and brown up our beautiful beef right here. And this barbacoa recipe can actually you can use lamb if you wish. Okay, so if that would be your choice. And also, by browning it off, the proteins are sticking to the bottom of the pan here, and as they're sticking, we're going to add in our liquid to it. It's going to actually bring in even more flavor. It's going to come into the sauce. And as you already know, everything we do is about flavor. It has to taste good and bring back the memory of good tasting food. So now that we browned off our beef, the next thing I want to do is make this sauce, and we have great ingredients to go into this sauce. Lots of flavor to kick in and add in, and believe me, you know, you're going to want to make this. Check out the recipe below just in case. You don't want to miss anything. Garlic is in our blender. Chipotles. Now this comes in a can. You get the small can. Sometimes they're chopped, sometimes they're whole. We're using the whole can anyway, okay? Now, chipotles are smoked jalapenos, and it comes in an adobo sauce. We want all of it in there. And now I'm going to add a little bit of my beef stock. Just put a little bit in there, and we're going to chop up our garlic into the sauce. Here we go. So now that that's done, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. Cloves, ground cloves, cumin, oregano, some more stock. So what I'm going to do is the rest of this sauce that's in that bowl, that adobo sauce, let's get that in there. Good. Here we go. Okay, now we have our sauce that we're going to cook the beef in. Let's go ahead and put the sauce in with the meat that's been browned up. Okay, we're going to finish the process, but I just wanted to show you what's inside this pot. Look, see those liquids that's coming out of it? See those little bits and pieces that's sticking to the bottom? That is going to give us more flavor. Okay, so now our brown beef is there. Here is the elixir that we're going to place right into it. Just go ahead and cover all of that. Yes, man, does that look so good. I have here some bay leaves. We got a little bay leaf tree out back. So we're gonna go ahead and stick those bay leaves in there. Bring this up to a slight boil. Turn it down to a simmer. We're gonna cover and we're gonna let it cook. This is gonna take about 3 hours, okay? Don't worry about it. You got time. Just put it on the back burner and let it on the lowest cook. Maybe on a number 1. I have a little gas here, so I'm gonna be sure it just barely touches the bottom of the pot. And we're just gonna let it cook and cook. Inhale it, and before you know it, here it is. The wait is over. The meat is literally falling apart. We're gonna help it by chopping it a little bit. But let me just go ahead and put it on the board. Let me just show you what it's like. Okay, look. Rough chop. You don't have to worry too much with going against the grain because it's doing it right here. Look, just chopping it up. See how easy it is? It's literally falling apart, which is what we want. Wow, this is too good. I'm can't wait. I gotta take a little piece. Sorry. No, I'm not really sorry. Wow, loaded with flavor. You're gonna love this recipe. Well, you just saw how I made the beef barbacoa. It is so good. The aroma is just filling this kitchen. But now, let's put those wonderful ingredients together. Remember, this is our beef barbacoa. I'm gonna make the best beef burrito. And as the French say, if you're going to make a breakfast burrito, you gotta break some eggs. Well, almost. They say if you're gonna make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs, but that's what life is about, right? So let's scramble our eggs. And we're just going to put all of these great ingredients together. Okay, so I have some butter in my pan. And let's let it just melt a little bit. Turn the temperature down. You never want to cook eggs on high. Okay. Place those into the pan. And we'll just give them a good scramble right here. I'm not going to overcook them. Some people like them a little bit runnier. Some people like them a little bit solid. But you know, as I cook this burrito, they're actually going to cook some more inside the burrito as well. All right, a little pinch of salt, a little pinch of pepper, and they're done. All right, turn that off. Okay, so now we're going to heat up our beans and our beef. So, black beans, and that wonderful beef barbacoa. Look how it, oh, just check this out. It is so good. It is loaded with flavor. Well, you should know it took us 6 hours to make it, but it's gonna be worth every bite. Okay, so what we wanna do is just heat it up just a little bit before we put it into the burrito. And we also wanna combine it. So this will do the job right here. Now, of course, if you're gonna make a bunch of these, you'll get all of this done up ahead of time. And then just go ahead and start getting creative in the kitchen. You know, I'm gonna show you my version of doing the best beef burrito, but you also may have some particular ingredients that you'd like to incorporate as well. All right, now it's time to assemble the burrito. First of all, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil down. There we go. And then I'm just going to take my burrito. I'm going to move that oil around a little bit because I'm using a non-stick pan, okay? So I'm going to heat it up on one side, and then as soon as that gets warm, I'm going to heat it up on the other. Okay, it's warm on one side. I'm going to flip it. I don't want to cook it too much because I don't want it to be cooked all the way yet because we got to fill it. Okay, so here's our tortilla. I warmed it up in the pan. And what we're going to do now is to go ahead and fill it. So let's go ahead and fill it with this beef, beans. Man, this is great. All right. I know you want to put a whole lot in there. I'm one of those type of people where you can always put extra, but it works better when you don't overfill it. Okay, just keeping that in mind. Our eggs. How about this Pico de Gallo? Whoa, this is the one that we made. We're going to put the link below because you don't want to miss this. It is such a great recipe, and it even gets better the next day. Okay, and of course some cheese. Couldn't be it without cheese, right? Couldn't be a burrito without cheese. So to seal it, now we have our goodies back in there. You want to be sure it's nice and tight. Tuck in these ends right here. Look, tuck this one in right in there, and holding it and then pulling it tight. Not too tight, you don't want to break it apart, but just like that. And now with the seam side down, we're going to heat up our pan again. Again, a little bit of oil, not too much. And we're going to start with the seam side down, okay? And while cooking that, it'll seal that two edges right in there. And then we're going to flip it in just a minute. Okay, let's flip this over. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, the proof is going to be, how is this going to look on the inside? There it is. That is a breakfast burrito. In fact, it's the best beef breakfast burrito. Check it out. So, I'm gonna eat it in just a minute. Just gotta let you know, hit that like button. Tell us what you think below. The recipes below, comments. Love to hear about your comments. This is so very important because I reply to every comment, as well as hook us up on Patreon because we really can use your support. Okay, well, this is gonna be my breakfast later, but remember, when you are cooking with Chef Don McMillan, it is always simple and absolutely delicious.